All right, Phil, stay with us here because we are now going to bring in Seth Kaplan. He is managing partner and from Airline Weekly, as well as Ken Herbert, aerospace analyst at Imperial Capital. He joins us now by phone. Seth, Phil brings up a great point in the location of the fire on the rear of the plane. Should we react this way to this incident, given that at this point it could be a mechanic having a cigarette, it could have been something that had nothing to do with the 787 itself?
Yeah, and for further perspective, like it or not, these things do happen more often than we realize. They happen to aircraft that haven't had a series of other incidents. So certainly, this is getting deservedly more attention than maybe a similar incident would have with some other kind of aircraft. On the other hand, certainly very legitimate for people to be asking these kinds of questions, given the things that have happened over the months and years with the 787.
So based on what we know so far, Ken, with regards to the stock price, already it's coming off the lows. It was down about 7% at the lows, and now it's only down about 3%. Is this a buying opportunity in this stock?
I think it's. I think certainly if you have confidence that it's not a battery related issue, and you've got confidence in the Dreamliner in general, then sure, this pullback could be a buying opportunity.
Do you have that confidence, or do we not know enough at this stage?
It's too early at this point to say. I mean, I'd be cautious at this point until we certainly know more about the exact cause of the fire.
Phil LeBeau, when do you think it is that we're going to get some clarity on this from either the safety authorities at Heathrow, Boeing, or somebody else?
Yeah, you would hope that we would get at least a rough idea of what caused this fire within the next 24 to 48 hours. That doesn't mean a definitive answer of, hey, this part may have malfunctioned or this is exactly where the fire started. But if it's not battery related, they should be able to say that fairly quickly. Keep in mind, the Dreamliner has an extensive electrical system, and it may be that something within the electrical system shorted. It doesn't mean that there's a malfunction or a defect in the plane, but that's one possibility. Frankly, there's a number of possibilities in terms of what might have caused this fire. I think, though, we should know within the next 24 to 48 hours, if not sooner, from the authorities if this is battery related.
Phil, I want to jump in here with a little bit of breaking news on that second Dreamliner incident that I referenced at the top of the show, and then everybody can react to it. We just got a statement from Thomson Airways of the UK. Thomson Airways can confirm to NBC News that flight TOM 126 traveling from Manchester, England to Sanford, Florida experienced what they are calling a technical issue, and the aircraft returned to Manchester Airport as a precautionary measure. So we have confirmed a second 787 incident today where a plane turned around. Seth, your reaction?
Again, that's the sort of thing that happens many times around the world each day. Now, certainly without knowing anything further about that, it would likewise be irresponsible to say, oh, it's nothing, because we don't know that. However, I think we've all been on flights many times that have gone back to the gate for precautionary reasons. Again, though, from a perception perspective for Boeing, these things are not helpful. Investors are really going to be looking for some certainty here. They're going to be looking for, is this just the latest thing? Is there something else going forward that we don't know about? Or are these issues that, as Phil mentioned, where we can fairly quickly say, this is what it is, we can solve it, and be confident going forward?